Hey, it's Johara. Welcome back to my channel too, The Witchy Reader. So this will be the last vlog of the month, which I'll be posting in about a week more or less. Last week of the readathon I've been doing, middle grade May. Exciting. So I did a lot of reading last night. I posted my vlog at like 11:30 last night. My other vlog before this, and I was like 40, yeah, I was 47% through my book, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, when I uploaded it. And it is now 2:25 a.m. About a half hour ago. Didn't finish, but like I got to, crap, what did I go over to say? 71% through Half-Blood Prince. Yay! I was gonna read a little bit more. I was really just gonna stop after chapter 20, but then I got really into it, and I wanted to keep going. And then I was like, I probably should go to sleep, so I'll at least get through chapter 22 and then stop before chapter 23 and then go to bed. But then I just started feeling really crappy. I was like, I need to sleep. So I'm still on chapter 21 somewhere. I think I'm closest to the end. I think I only have a few pages left till the end of this chapter. And it sucks because I wanted to read the scene because Tonks is in it. And this may or may not be when she finds out something's going on between Tonks and Lupin, or isn't going on exactly. But yeah. Um, but I got a lot done since then. Obviously, I went from 47% to 71% since 11:30. That was only a couple hours ago, so I got a lot read during that time. Plus, yesterday I got a lot read. Before I uploaded the blog at 11:30. I was 33% through. When I opened the book yesterday. So yeah, I got a lot done. So I honestly think I can finish this book today. I mean, depending on when I wake up and I don't know. I might want to reserve some time for writing, but even with writing, with how fast I just read, I think I can get it done. I mean, see, that's not that much compared to how thick this book is. And I have less than 10 chapters now. I mean, I'm on chapter 21, and chapter 21 to 30 is 10 chapters, so yeah. And I'm on what page am I on? 464. I almost said 446. Numbers don't like me. 464. And there's 652, so I have, less than 200 pages as well, so I mean, I read more than that in a day, so I think I can finish 200 pages. So yeah, I'm hoping to finish that tomorrow, and then I can focus the rest of the week on finishing Secrets of the Immortal Nicholas Flamel series, because I am really into this right now. And even though I'm still into Nicholas Flamel, I got more into this at the moment, so I want to finish this, and then I can focus on the last 3 books in Nicholas Flamel for the rest of the week and get it done before the 31st, or by the 31st. And I think I can do it. Yay! Okay. So that's all for this update, and I'll update you guys again soon. I'm about to go to bed, and yeah, but I will definitely update you tomorrow because, like I said, I'm hoping to finish this book, but no promises. So until then, hey, it is 10:34 p.m. and I did not read most of the day, or at least not straightforward. I've read like bits and pieces through for a little bit, but I was watching a lot of TV with my mom and writing and stuff, so I didn't get that much reading done for a while, but it's still the 25th. But around 7:30ish, I sat down. Ow. Okay. I sat down and read. I mean, I did take a little break. I to eat at one point, but I just finished a few minutes ago Half-Blood Prince, and I got so excited at some scenes. I swear, when Harry finally kissed, there will be spoilers, but when Harry finally kissed Jenny, I got so excited. uh, they I ship it so much. Ugh, I love them. I love Ron and Hermione. I love Tonks and Lupin, and I love Bill and Fleur. You know, those will be my four top ships, obviously. Um, I don't know. I mean, Jenny and Harry and Ron and Hermione have always been kind of neck and neck. But with rereading this, I I kind of after we read this book, Jenny and I almost said Jenny and Ron. Oh my gosh. Okay, my brain. Nope. Okay, Harry and Jenny are kind of at the top now. Um, I love Ron and Hermione so much, and in the movies, they're probably my favorite couple. But no, they're definitely my favorite couple because they ruined Jenny's character with in Half Blood Prince. I mean, don't get. I mean, people always talk about how bad they did Jenny's character, but let's be honest, Jenny's character was pretty okay all the way through Order of the Phoenix. I mean, we didn't get to see that much of her, and I mean, we didn't get to see that much of her in book as well, except for Chamber of Secrets because that was her first year, and then Order of Phoenix because she was part of the group that went to the battle of the Ministry, you know. And I feel like movie Jenny was a lot like book Jenny until Half-Blood Prince. I feel like in that movie they're like, let's just make forget all about Jenny's personality and turn her into nothing but Harry's love interest because that's the book that Harry falls in love with Jenny. And I also like their love story better in the book just because in the movie it's like all of a sudden Harry's just madly in love with her, you know. And I feel like at times it does, and it didn't show the war that was going inside Harry. Like he would even mention that there was this war going inside him at one point after he had admitted that he had fallen for Jenny, because it's like he has these feelings for Jenny and they were not going away no matter what he did, and it scared him because Ron is probably the most important person in his life. Don't get me wrong, he loves Hermione, but he's even mentioned that Ron is the most important person. I mean, even in Goblet of Fire, Dobby said that Ron is the person Harry would miss most. That's why Ron was chosen for Harry for the second task, because Ron was always the most important person. Even more important than Sirius and Lupin and Dumbledore and I'm trying to think of anybody else, but it was always Ron that was the most important person to Harry. I'm just throwing that out there, okay? Because I love their friendship. I just love it. But anyways, I lost my train of thought. Okay, so um, Harry was going on this had this war going on inside of him about Jenny and Ron because I wonder if I can find it. I probably won't be able to, but I really liked it because it was like um she ditched Jean, but she's Ron's little sister, but I'm his best mate, and he's so afraid that if he did pursue Jenny, that if he did reveal his feelings for her, that he would lose Ron. And he kept thinking that it was gonna end up having to be a choice, and he kept not going after Jenny, even though that's what he clearly wanted, even though that would have made him clearly happy, because he was so afraid of losing Ron. And Ron giving his approval to Harry after he kissed her. I mean, it was kind of just like I can't think of the wording, but it's like I love the kiss scene. I mean, it was just so I love what because he was like it was like and without even thinking about it, without even caring that there's like tons of people watching him, he kissed her, and and then he looked over to find Ron because he needed to know that Ron was okay with this he because what was the most important thing to him was that Ron would be okay with him wanting to be with Jenny, and that's all that mattered. But that's just really sweet. But and it meant the world to him that he got Ron's approval, and I totally forgot where I was going with all this. But oh, but I feel like in the books, the reason why I do like Harry and Jenny just a tad bit more than Ron and Hermione is because it is in Harry's point of view, you know? And even though we don't get nearly as much as Harry and Jenny content as we do with Ron and Hermione, it's in the in this book in Deathly Hollows, you get to see them more because it only follows Harry. Like, and Half-Blood Prince was the first time that the uh that there was ever any scenes or chapters that Harry was not present, you know? So Harry didn't see everything that happened with Ron and Hermione when he wasn't around. And so we don't either. There's so many things that we don't get to see because Harry doesn't see it. And I feel like if the book, I mean, I don't know, if we saw more of just Ron and Hermione, maybe they would have been my favorite couple because we certainly did get a lot more of them than we did get of Harry and Jenny. But because the movie does do that and doesn't just show scenes with Harry, like Ron and Hermione's first kiss, I liked it so much better in the movie. I mean, I love their kiss and the reason for their kiss in Deathly Hallows, but I feel like their kiss in Deathly Hallows was, I don't know, it felt more like a second kiss to me, if that makes any sense at all. I mean, and I kind of, and it was, and I don't know what I'm trying to say. I like how, and for all we know, honestly, here's a little theory. I don't think I've shared this theory with anybody, but here's a little theory for whoever's watching this vlog, okay? Um, we don't see, I mean, Ron and Hermione did go, just like in the movie, they went to go get, if I remember correctly, because it has been hot minute since I've read Deathly Hallows. It's been hot minute since I've read all these books. One of the reasons why I've been rereading them. But, Ron and Hermione do go to the Chamber of Secrets to, destroy that Horcrux. But we don't see it, because Harry doesn't see it. He's not there when they go destroy it. And because of that, because we don't see it, my theory is that the kiss that happened in the movie happened in the book. We just don't see it because Harry didn't see it. That's my theory. And that's why they were so much more comfortable kissing the second time around. Because I don't know if it, okay. It just feels more like a second kiss. The kiss in the movie feels so like a first kiss is like they just killed the Horcrux, that whole water thing that happened, and that kind of looked like Voldemort, and then they just looked at each other like, this is it, I mean, we could die, we could have just died, we can still die, because we're in the middle of this war, and because we're Harry's best mates, because we're the ones like in the center of this along with Harry, that they could die at any moment. And they're like, why keep wasting our feelings and not telling each other how we feel, and they just kissed. I don't know. That's just a theory of mine. I might be wrong, but you can't prove to me otherwise. So this is my theory. Um but and I like the battle in Deathly Hallows more in the movie. I mean, the books are better. I mean, I actually kind of like Order of Phoenix movie better than the book, but that's the only one. But there are scenes that I like better, and there's I have like several videos planned, so I won't go too much into it because some of the things I'll be fleshing out in my planned videos. But the scene where Harry tricks Lucius into freeing Dobby in Chamber of Secrets, I liked how that was done way better in the movie than in the book. Um, and it's not necessarily that I like the battle in the movie more than the book or not, well, in Order of Phoenix I do, but in Half-Blood Prince, because Half-Blood Prince, I mean, I wish we got to see the fights in Half-Blood Prince too. I mean, and I was so sad that it was cut from the movie because I feel like it would have been an epic fight to see, especially since we didn't really get to see it. I mean, we found out everything that happened, but I would so much prefer to actually see it while it was happening. But since Harry was too busy being immobilized and watching Snape kill Dumbledore, he didn't find out about what happened until afterwards when they were all over around Bill's bed. But yeah. But I loved the ending. I tabbed it a lot near the end. I just couldn't help myself. There's just a lot of scenes I really liked near the end. But I loved when Fleur went off on Molly because like the entire book, Molly, Ginny, Hermione hated floor because they thought she just wanted Bill because he was good looking, but then she went off on him saying there's still gonna be a wedding because I don't care what he looks like because I love him, and that's when they're all like, oh crap, she really loves him. And then Tonks rounding on Lupin and be like, see, she doesn't care, I don't care either, and uh, my Lupin, I feel so bad for him. He's so self-loathing. I mean, he does. I don't even think anyone really sees how much. I mean, it's not really talked about, except I think it touches upon that a little bit in that movie, in that scene, because he says how he's broken, and I don't think he says broken, but he's like he's dangerous, he's poor, he's old. She deserves someone young and whole, and um, but uh, like I said in my last vlog, if you watched my last vlog, I was just I kind of went on a couple little rants. One about my not understanding of why Hermione's a lot of people's favorites, and my love for Lupin and how underrated he is. And then my phone went off again. Um, I was just I was just sprouting my feelings and opinions on Lupin, and then all of a sudden I was like, would it be great if there was a book based on like the last three books, just based in Lupin and Tonks' point of view, and we got to see, because we don't really, because since Harry wasn't there to see it, I mean, until that scene, he didn't realize. I mean, he knew something was wrong with Tonks, and even Lupin seemed distant, but he didn't realize that it was because they were in love, and that's what was going on all year. Um, but in Order of Phoenix, it briefly mentions that the two of them have been working on a lot of missions together, and I would seriously kill for a book or a few books, maybe a trilogy, of the last three books. Ow, I hit that book way too hard. The last three books. Um, but in Lupin and Tonks' point of views, for when they meet for the Order, which probably happened shortly before Order of the Phoenix. That's my theory, at least. And then them on all these missions, getting closer and closer until they fall in love, and then Tonks telling Lupin how she feels, and Lupin like saying that we can't be together because I'm all these things and you deserve better. And then, I just would love to see these three books in their point of view of their journey, because I'm obsessed with them, and I'm obsessed with Lupin, and I would die for just Lupin content. Period. I mean, I know a lot of people say they would love something based on the Marauders, and I would be okay with something just based on Lupin. Like, I don't care about the other characters. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, James I'm indifferent towards, and Peter I don't like, obviously. And Sirius, I like him, but he's no Lupin, and I would seriously kill for more Lupin content and Lupin and Tonks content. Like, seriously, why is this not a thing? I mean, uh, I mean, the Hunger Games author, uh, made a prequel book in the last couple of years, and so did the Twilight author. She did one. Well, that wasn't a prequel book. What was it? It was like it was the first book, but in Edward's point of view, I think. I don't know. I didn't read it. I have no desire to read it because I don't like Twilight. But but I also mentioned that I should really write a fan fiction about this because I don't see it ever happening, and now I am actually really tempted to write a fan fiction because this idea is not going to leave me anytime soon until that fan fiction's written. Like, seriously, this idea is not gonna leave me until that fanfiction is written, so I might as well do it because I do not see it happening, sadly. But yeah, this turned out to be a really long update because I got to another rant about how awesome Lupin is. And a few other things, but Lupin, I love Lupin, and he's so underrated. Not just, I mean, he I feel like even I mean in the book it didn't show him much, and then even in the movie it didn't show him much, or in the book you just you got more of him in the book than in the movie, but you still didn't get enough of him in the book, in the books, in my opinion. But I feel like even to fans he's so underrated. You don't really hear people talk about Lupin. I mean, to me he was the saddest death. I mean, I feel like, I mean, don't get me wrong, Fred's death was really sad. I love Fred, and it was also really sad because he had that big family, and there were so many people that was mourning him, so many people that loved him. So yeah, his death was incredibly sad, and he definitely gives Lupin a run for his money for that reason. But Lupin, That's it. That's the statement. Lupin. So yeah. Um, and I just feel like people always say how Harry didn't have a after the series died, Harry no longer had a father figure. Excuse me, there's Lupin. And I mean, I know he doesn't share many moments with Arthur, but I kind of see Arthur as kind of a father figure too, because the entire Weasleys were like this family for him. Ron's brothers were his brothers. Ron was like brother Tim. Jenny wasn't like sister Tim, obviously, because he fell in love with her. But his Molly was definitely a mother figure to him. And then there's Arthur. And then there's also Hagrid. So I just feel like even Harry didn't appreciate Lupin as much as he should have. And it just makes me so sad. I mean, he did seem to appreciate him a little bit here after losing Sirius, because he did mention a couple times how he was disappointed that not even Lupin was writing. Um, and then he got really excited to see Lupin when he was at the Weasleys for Christmas. Um, so that was nice, because I feel like even Harry kind of just brushed Lupin off, which could be part of the reason why Lupin hates himself so much, which is so sad. But I also feel like I probably this everything I'm saying, I'm probably just repeating. I mentioned it other times, but I don't care. But like, I feel like when Sirius died, I know it was in Harry's point of view and it was about Harry losing his godfather, but I'm sorry, but Lupin loved Sirius just as much Harry did, if not more. So Lupin knew Sirius his entire life, and he was one of the few people that made him feel like he wasn't broken, that helped him when he needed it the most in childhood, and was his friend all these years. I mean, I just wish we got a little bit more. I mean, even Harry. I mean, I know he just lost his godfather, and I think I mentioned this in my last vlog, but I was like, I kind of called Harry selfish in my last vlog because I get why at first he didn't say anything to Lupin, because he was so shocked and just upset, and I get that. But I feel like at some point, I mean, the gold trio in this book was even wondering if the reason why Tonks was acting the way she was acting is because she lost her cousin. But no one's asking themselves how Lupin's doing, or asking Lupin how he's doing after losing his best friend, who's been practically like a brother to him all his life. No, that is not okay. Ugh, Lupin deserves better. He always gets the short end of the stick, I swear. Anyways, that's the end for this update, because I ended up talking for like 18 minutes just talking about this. So that is all. I'll talk to you guys in the next update. Hey, so I haven't been feeling well the last few days, so I haven't been reading like at all last few days. Just lying down, watching TV. And it's the 31st. It's 5:59. I don't think I'm gonna get any reading done today either. So I'm not gonna finish Secrets de Moto from the last few books. So those are gonna overlap for next month. Just thought I'll let you guys know and end this vlog so I can upload it, because so I can go back to lying down. So yeah, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe and comment how your reading week has been.